Right then guys, welcome back to another video. If you want to go and get the ebook and audiobook for The Male Advantage, which is a book that I wrote and recorded years ago, I even turned it into a paperback book, but we are giving the audiobook and the ebook away for free when you join the free school community. So the link is below and it's the first pinned comment. So let's jump into the video. I'm worried. I am genuinely concerned. I'm genuinely concerned about you guys. I don't like the way where the industry is headed. I don't like what's going on right now. And I was talking about this on a school call the other day, many years ago, I was sat in a garage and I was predicting that when men get to a certain age, life starts. I called it the male advantage, as you can see in the book. And I said, when men get to a certain age, life gets better. They keep improving. It's called the male advantage. The sadness is there's a byproduct, which is that female value starts to decline. That is common knowledge now. Everybody says it. When I first said it, it wasn't. Okay, the industry took a hold of it, changed. Do you know? I am a content creator's dream because I used to have terrible production. I used to film videos on my phone in a garage. No high-level production, no backdrop, no lighting. There were 0 edits. The sound quality was okay. It was just like a Blue Yeti microphone or something. Then I would have terrible titles where I just came up with whatever myself. I wouldn't even have thumbnails. I would just take a still picture from the video and people would go and find a video of mine that got 200,000 views and they would go, wow, this guy didn't even care. This guy got 200,000 views and he didn't even give a shit. Let's replicate it and get 1.8 million views. And they would. Everybody would do it all the time. The problem is they didn't know what the fuck they were talking about. They were just copying what I spoke about. So it becomes more surface level with each step. And I see it in the industry still today. You know, for example, I was telling you guys to go and have a coffee, go to a coffee shop, go somewhere nice, sit down, have a coffee. Banged on about this for years. Now, you know, there's a snippet which is go and have a coffee in affluent places. Like, it just gets modified for views. It's very clever. But I am genuinely concerned about where the industry is headed because of that strategy. Everybody is just fishing for content. Everybody is fishing for views. Ever since the Tates came into the industry and and Fresh and Fit, everybody went, well, we could do that. We could do that. All we have to do is just get an apartment or a backdrop, just 2 microphones. You don't need a qualification. There's no barrier to entry. So what the industry has become is bandit central. It's become scam and bandit central. And I know what's going to happen here. Okay. Like I said earlier, years ago when I was sat in that garage and I was talking about, you know, the female journey, and I said that I'm worried for women. I genuinely said this. I said, you can go back and find the videos. I said, I'm actually worried about women because if a woman was 24, 25 years old, she was being told she's a boss bitch. She doesn't need a man. She doesn't need to go out there and hunt for anybody. No man is good enough. She needs a man with, you know, 6 foot, with 6 figures, and a 6-pack. And, you know, they were all searching for Mr. Perfect. Now, are there guys out there like that? Yeah, but a few and far between. Like, you're talking top 0.5% to have all of that collectively, right? So, logically, I said, what's going to happen is there's going to be all these women chasing Mr. Right, chasing Mr. Dreamboat. And they're all going to get to a certain age, 32-ish, and they're all going to sit there and go, shit, I was lied to. I was lied to. There weren't many high-value men out there. And the ones that were out there that I managed to get a hold of, we had a one-night stand and he never saw me again. He never messaged me back. He is now married to a woman 10 years my senior who looks like a supermodel. Yeah, that's pretty much how the game goes. Like, you need to take your opportunity while it's there, while it's on the table. I said I take no pleasure in that. I take absolutely no pleasure in that. I want, you know, everyone to have a happy life. Like, there's no benefit to that happening for me. My biggest concern for women were that, you know, they were going to be sat there at 32 years old going, shit, I've really messed up. And I thought I could, you know, as a person with decent heart and decent morals, you know, I could help men on the male advantage journey, whilst as a byproduct, helping women out. The comments didn't show that. When I went viral on TikTok a few years ago, didn't show that. It's like two summers ago now. That wasn't the case either. Everybody just went at me in the comments and said, chauvinistic pig, and he's so wrong. How can this 40-year-old, bold, ugly guy, all this crap, right? Oh, I heard he's 5'8". Nobody wants to actually take accountability. And that's a major problem. Whereas now it's common knowledge and everyone's starting to realize. And I have women that are my age reaching out to me saying, what do I have to do now? I should have listened to you back in the day, like friends and stuff like that. Like they're concerned because they haven't got anybody. Now, this is my warning to you guys. This is your turn to hear it, okay? I am genuinely concerned about the future of this industry. I am genuinely concerned about your futures. And I think there's a lot of you out there that currently don't have a craft. You currently don't have anything. I worked in marketing and finance. I combined the two together. I was doing marketing for finance companies, okay? I can go back to a job like that whenever I want. Based on what I've done with this industry, I can go and work for many big companies and take on that role if I ever had to, okay? I have something to fall back on. We're in an industry now, or a world now, where a lot of you left school, maybe 18, 19, 20, 21, whatever it might have been, and the first thing you did was you went and bought an Imam Gadzhi course for 10 grand, and it turned out to be nonsense. I've been told by maybe 200 people that that course is just a waste of time, and it's just him telling the whole world how rich he is, right? What did you expect? What did you expect? All you have to do is 10 minutes of research and you realize the guy never had money before he had the course in the NFT. It's not rocket science. He has no tax returns online. Okay, it's not rocket science. You can just ask people who lived in London. They're like, yeah, I went to the same school as him. Or my friend went to the same school as him. He used to turn up in a Rolls Royce every morning. Like, it's not his money, it's his dad. Like, we can go into detail about that. It doesn't matter, right? But this is the industry that we're in now. The only thing that concerns me, because I don't care about these little skinny neck wankers like Imam Gadzhi, they're just fucking tossers. Honestly, get out of our industry before, it's just a waste of time. It's embarrassing how much they're trying to milk money out of people. But my concern is you guys. I'm genuinely concerned about you guys because I think here's what's going to happen. I think a lot of you are going to chase short money. You're going to chase quick profits. And you're going to go after these expensive courses. You're going to go and do drop shipping. Then you're going to do Amazon. Then you're going to do high ticket sales, which look, all of these can work. They can all work. But if they don't work, you're in a serious shitty situation where you've basically done a little bit of nothing. You've done little bits of nothing all along the way. You've picked 7 or 8 different industries. You're jumping into, okay, it's all about a Shopify store. Oh, it's okay. It's all about NFTs now. Oh, it's all about crypto now. Oh, it's all about meme coins. I'm a meme coin expert. And it's like, at some point, you've got to realize it's all about brand. It's all about longevity. It's all about building something for the future. When I created 1M International, everyone gave me shit. Oh, it's a gay club for men to all hang out. This will never work. It's a scam. Chris is trying to get you to buy his house and pay off his mortgage and all this shit. Now we've got endless footage of guys hanging out at the house, hanging out in Budapest. We're all doing a meet-up in London soon with a boxing kind of one-to-one and a masterclass with myself regarding a few topics. And the guys aren't paying. They've already paid because they're members. Do you see what I mean? So, what would I be doing it for now? Oh, because I legitimately actually want to do this and I think it's an amazing thing to do. And what we're building is brand. We're building longevity. People want to know my exit strategy. People want to know the truth. I've never lied to you guys in my life. Every year, the memberships come back in. We put that money into a bank. We go and buy a property. Okay? We do the same on repeat, on repeat, on repeat, on repeat. What ends up happening in about 10 years time, let's say 8 years time, I'm 40 years old. I sit there and I own maybe 10, 15 properties that all were 2 to 3 million each. Okay, I get to decide what I want to do from that point. If people don't want to be members anymore, we can all move on. Everyone's going to have kids at that point. Everyone's going to want families and whatever. They want to move on. That's my play. But do you know why everyone thinks it's a scam? Because it's a 10-year play. When you say, I want a 10-year play, everyone goes, scam. Everyone thinks it's bullshit because they can't see results for a little while. Okay, everything's going to unfold later down the line. That's my biggest danger, is when you go after this sales strategy of buying somebody else's course, or when you go after, the next big thing and whatnot, and you go after short-term gains and you just copy what somebody else has done and you try and repeat it and whatnot. Yeah, your views go up. When you use a clickbait thumbnail like, oh my God, shock face. Do your views go up? Yeah. Does revenue go up short-term? Yeah. Do you want to repeat the process? Yeah, of course you would. Your money's up. Do you have shit to pay for? Yeah. But it's no benefit, guys. It's no benefit. And this is what everyone's doing now. This is how people are building their businesses. This is how people are building their socials. They're doing it short term. They're trying to get results tomorrow so that they can say, look what I've got, look what I've achieved. And it's a real problem. I mean, everybody goes back to type. They test out a system for a few weeks. It doesn't work. And they go, what was working before? People don't seem to be liking my new idea. People aren't supposed to like your new idea. People never like your new idea. People never like my new ideas. Like nobody supports any of my new ideas. There's like 200-300 people that support the ideas, and then they grow and everyone goes, wow, that's genius. What a great idea, Chris. But a lot of you guys are getting too concerned. And then instead of going forward, you're going backwards. And all you're doing is just killing yourself even quicker than you would have killed yourself if you had just gone forwards with the new strategy. So you do something new, everyone hates it. The company's doing that. You go back to your old strategy and you get an initial spike, and then it starts doing that, but it falls at a more rapid rate. And then the one that initially that you want to do actually starts going up. Oh, we'll change over to that now. It's too late. It's too late. It's because somebody else has done it and they've become the authority in that space for that individual subject. So now you just look like a copycat. Now you're behind the line. You know, you're behind the beat. You need to be in front of it. You need to be ready. So when it catches up, you can go with it like a wave. But everyone's going, okay, what's the next big thing? How do I jump on it? And the problem is you get quick results. You do. You get short-term results when you go back to type. You get quick results when you try and copy the current trends, the current formula. Okay, this guy's making a shit ton of money off meme coins. Let me go and do it. Shit, I just lost all my money 2 years later. Yeah, that's the problem. Oh, there's this one thing that's selling like crazy. You just jump on this and you get rid. Life's not that easy. Life's not that easy, I promise you. Life is 5 to 10 year plans. Many think in decades are dangerous. Without that, you're going to fail. So why am I telling you guys, and why am I concerned for you guys? Like, why am I genuinely shitting myself? Because you're going to end up like those 35-year-old women. You're going to be in the same boat. I can see it now. I know what's going to happen. I'm very good at seeing things early. I always predict these things. And you guys are going to be sat there chasing trends one by one. You're going to have no brands, no brand name, no leverage, no personal brands, no nothing, no skill set, no 9-to-5 job to fall back on. And you're going to go, okay, what have I really done for the last 10 years? I believed all of these gurus. I copied all of their strategies. I did what they said I should do. And now I've realized that they were lying to me just so that they could get rich. And they're okay, but I'm financially fucked. I have nothing. Whereas what you have to do is build brands. And everybody tries to take the short route. Everybody tries to take 40, 50K quick. Oh, with that, I could buy a property. There's not many people trying to build brands. There's not many people trying to actually do a good job. There's not many people who want to stay with that ship and bail it out while it's sinking and be like, but I trust that this is going to make it to the shore. And that's what you have to do. Nobody's doing that. And we're all in this quick, within 6 months to a year world where it's like, I can get money now. I can get money by, in a year's time, I think I'll be making X. And it's like, worry more about what you're building. Are you building a brand that is the authority in the space? Are you building up a skill set that's going to pay you for the rest of your life? Are you building up a client base that you can nurture for the next 20, 30 years that are going to take you through 3 decades of your life? Because that's what I look at. That's what I think about. Okay, it's like with 1M International, I'm putting on events every single month for the guys that are part of it. I'm planning to buy new houses all around the world when renewals come in August, September time. Because it's a great play for me, but it's a great play for the brand. And then I just leave that money there. That's a new property for you. You guys can go and use it, as well as using the other houses, as well as using all the rentals. Like, I'll just put on events for you guys. What are you getting out of this? Long term. I'm getting longevity. I'm going to own, in about 8 years' time, 15 properties that are all worth 2, 3, 4, 5 million each, all in the most major cities around the world that have all gone up in value. And you just go, right, 40 years old, do I feel like retiring? I've got 4 kids and a beautiful wife. Yeah, I do actually. I feel like packing it all in. I just don't want to do this anymore. I'm going to do something else. Who knows? Who knows what it might be? But it gives you the option. Do you see what I mean? It's longevity. So you don't touch that for 8 years. So what are you going to do for 8 years? You still make money in the meantime and you still pay yourself. But that's a sacrifice that you can make. And as a byproduct of that, I get to help millions of men all around the world live a lifestyle that they wouldn't be able to afford for a small fee. If you were to pay, it's now $5,000 for the year because the value's just gone up that much. But you can't buy 2 or 3 houses around the world for that money. You can't. You know, the private lounge meals that we're having are like 1,500. So for half of your membership, it would just be 2 meals. That's all you'd be able to afford. You know, the seminars that we're putting on, the masterminds, the one-to-one boxing coaching and training and stuff like that we're planning to do, the tickets to fashion events, stuff like that, you couldn't get the access to that. So the value exchange is unbelievable. But if I don't touch it and I leave it in there and I keep reinvesting, what I get is brands. And a lot of you are chasing trends, you're chasing views, you're chasing the numbers. Don't worry about that. The industry right now, all the numbers are down. I saw a Gary Vee video where he had, in 17 hours, he had less views than I have in 17 hours. You know, my views are down. You look at, you know, people who used to print views, they're not getting views anymore. You know, friends of mine in the industry, they used to print views. All they had to say was hello on camera and they'd get 1 million views. They don't get views anymore. They're down to like 30, 40, 50,000. And that's just the state of play. It goes like that. But do you know why I'm happy about this? Because the people who genuinely give a shit, the people who are actually trying to help you, they will stick around and you'll see that. And they'll continue doing this because they do it for free. But the people that were snakes, they'll move, they'll go over to other platforms, they'll disappear. They'll stop doing the content, they'll jump on the next thing, they'll jump on the next trends, they'll start trying to pitch a daddy token or something like that to you guys. And you'll see it for what it is. And I want you guys to become wiser. I want you guys to become a lot smarter and a lot more savvy about what's going on in the industry, because I don't want you to be lied to for the next 10 years from, I don't know, 20 to 30. And you chase all these trends, you buy everyone's courses, and then you get to 30 years old and you sit there and you go, none of this worked. I'm not actually making any more money. Everything that these guys told me was surface level advice. You know, ideally, as I've said to you guys before, and I met somebody the other day at Third Space Gym, he said to me, I used to watch your content. And he was like, I don't need it anymore. I'm older. I've got a 9-to-5 job and stuff like that. And I was like, that's how it should be. That's exactly how it should be. That's how I want it to be. People to come in, get what they require, improve in life, and then go, okay, now I'm going to focus on me. I don't need that motivation and dopamine hit. But what there should be is a constant conveyor belt of new guys coming in, new guys coming in. But then when the guys get to the elevated level, maybe they don't watch the content anymore, but they take the supplement because they're like, well, it works for me. It helps me in my current life. Maybe they join 1M International because they're like, I'm in a position now where this is wildly beneficial to me. I don't need to watch content anymore, but hanging out with 20, 30 guys in London sounds really cool to me. You've got to have that progression. You've got to have a brand that can take people through life. Okay, if you're just chasing views and chasing content, it's a problem. And I think this industry has been too easy for too long. People haven't needed any business acumen. They haven't needed to, do anything but have a clickbaity thumbnail and a clickbaity title, but they have, and 4K video. That's all people have had to do, but they haven't had to actually, give any valuable advice. And people have been tricked by shiny things like a lime green Lamborghini, and it's a real issue. But the biggest issue for me is you guys. I don't want you guys to become that 32-year-old guy who's got nothing, who's then sat there going, I got told all I had to do was sell this. I got told all I have to do is buy this course and I'd be a millionaire. I'm not a millionaire, but the guy who keeps telling me seems to be getting richer and richer. I wonder why. It's like, this is the system. This is what everyone's built. They're trying to get rich in a 5-year span. They're going to cash in on about 50 million, then they're going to disappear. You'll never see them again. You'll never hear from them. A lot of them will move into different industries and just be like, fuck those guys. I got my money. Who cares? I guarantee there'll be property tycoons in the next few years. That's what they'll be. They'll be trying to pitch you on property ideas. I remember Ty Lopez taught me a shit ton of stuff, but he did the same thing. He just literally leapt from one industry to the other, milked the fuck out of it. And now he's back to probably do the same thing with a younger audience that don't remember him. Who's this new guy? He'll just repeat the system. These guys are very, very similar. They know exactly what they're doing. When you hear them talk behind the scenes, the stuff they say, it's like, oh, you want to split it up into 3 so that we can get paid 3 times instead of once. There's no genuine concern for you. There's no genuine concern for you succeeding in life or building something for you guys. It's constantly about how to make profit. It's constantly about how to push their own brand forward. And you are the ones who are going to suffer. You are going to be those single, lonely cat women at 35 years old. And I mean that by, you're going to be a 30-year-old guy who's broke, who has nothing, who has no career, who has nothing to fall back on, who has no skill set, who just tried to chase trends one by one. And then we'll sit there and go, fuck, what do I do now? Well, guess what you do now? You have to start again. and you have to build it properly. So you're going to be 40 before you see results. Who wants that? Guys, I'm telling you, build brands. Even if you have to go and get a 9-to-5 job, build something that is sustainable. Go and get a 9-to-5 job, rise up that ladder, get a career, get some money behind you, have stability. And then when you build your business, take 5 to 10 years to build it and actually build it in the correct way for longevity. It's the only way. It's the only way, but everyone's chasing, I buy this course and then I start making 20 grand a month. Probably not, because the person who's selling it to you certainly doesn't. And all it takes is about 5 minutes of research. Appreciate you guys. I'll speak to you soon.